I'm changing clothes. So it was interesting. So I went ahead this morning, picked up my friend. When I picked up my friend, like afterwards, we went to where do we go? I was like, where do you want to go to eat? And she's like, I want to go ahead and go to Walmart and pick up some food, and then we'll go ahead and eat some food. Like we'll go home and pick up some food and eat it. I was like, okay, sounds good. So from there, went home, went to Walmart, and I was like, so how long do you think you'll be? She's like, oh, not long. I'm just going to go and go straight there and like grab it. I was like, okay, cool. So I parked and then went in. I go in, she picked up the item, and then she asked me what vegetable I wanted, and I let her know. She picked up a couple of squash and a zucchini. It's like, okay, cool. How do I wash this? Okay. It's like, okay, cool, got it. So she does that, and then what ends up happening is that one sec. So we go inside, or I go inside, and she picks up the stuff, and then I was like, yeah, you wanna wander? And she's like, no. And then she starts going down like one of the aisles, and she's like, you know what? Let's go. I'm hungry. It's like, okay. So we go down it, and then oh, cool. Okay. We go down the aisle, pick up some items. Okay, it's over there. Yeah, so we pick up some items. It's like, okay. And then go down one aisle, and then she's like, you know what, let's go. And then as we're leaving, she's like, can you go ahead and text my daughter and see if she's picked up my medicine? It's like, okay. And then I text her, and she's like, did you hear back from her? And I was like, no. Did you hear from her? She asked me a couple times, over a series of a few minutes. I was like, no, I haven't. So then after a few minutes, I go ahead and she's like, okay, let's go. I want to go. And it's like, okay, cool. So we go. And as we're going, she's like, yo, I need my stuff for my eyes. It's like, okay, cool, we'll go. So we went over, got the stuff, and then, as we were walking over, she's like, oh, man, I wonder if the pharmacy is open. And I was like, no, they're probably closed. I'm thinking it's Sunday. And then we go over, turns out, no, the pharmacy is open. So she looked over, and she went up to the pharmacist, and she's like, yeah, do you guys have the medicine? And her daughter actually picked it up previously. I don't know when, but previously. And so, actually, these can go there. Okay. And then, so she picked it up previously. And then what happened after that is that we went ahead and checked out, got the stuff. Yeah, checked out. And then after that, we go home. Whenever we go home, she, after maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, she went ahead and she's like, my daughter and grandson are asleep because she stays with them. She's like, you know what, I want to go out. I want to go out to eat instead of eating here. I was like, okay, where do you want to go? And she's like, I don't know. I just want to go. I was like, okay. It's like, let's go ahead and look at the options. And so I was like, pull out your gift cards. And she's like, come on, I want to go now. I was like, I have to pick where to go. And she's like, okay. And then what happens is that she picks Piccadilly, and she's like, oh, I was like, is there food you can eat there? And she's like, yeah, there's vegetables and such. Okay. So we go ahead and get over there. By this time it's shortly before 3. Church let out about 12:30. We get there, and whenever we get there, I'm like, wait, let's see what food you can eat. And so she asked the lady like I asked, well, the lady behind the counter, I asked the lady behind the counter, I was like, what foods does not have pepper or like deep fried or any of that? Deep fried, no pepper, no tomato. And she said, well, I don't know, there's quite a few foods that here that basically have all that. And so I decided I'm just gonna wait. The lady, well, wait, talk about the lady is like, what did she end up doing? The lady is like, well, I'm gonna help out some customers, and it's like, or she's basically Piccadilly's buffet style, so she goes ahead and like, um, I have a lot of tea. This is just like, I have a whole gallon of tea. So she goes ahead and like while I'm waiting for the answer, my friend is like, "Hey, let's just go. Let's just." I was like, "Okay, we're going to," and I made the executive decision. We're going to Olive Garden, and it's because like by this time it's 3 o'clock, and she's like, "What about this other restaurant? It's a French restaurant," and I looked it up just to be sure, and I was like, "They're closed. They actually closed at 3." So like we could have gone straight from there to or from church to there. And so I was like, you know what? It's 3 o'clock. Basically. And whenever we got there, I explained to her, like, yeah, basically, I have homework and I have to still do it. And like, basically, it's like 3 o'clock. It's late. And basically, like, I don't think she realized she's never done this before, by the way, where it's like taking a while. So I'm gonna have to. I don't think her family will be too happy, and this is a delicate like situation. But like, I didn't see her family. Her family, from what I understand, were taking a nap. So I'm gonna have to message her daughter because she does live with her daughter, and find out if she has been tested for dementia because like this, yeah, because at one point, was it a few months ago, she was like pulling out photos of her grandson, and she was like, oh, looking at it, and she's like, oh, have you seen this? And her daughter got upset and was like, you showed that to us earlier, and I was like, so yeah, dementia looks different for each person, but like especially since this is cognitive decline. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but basically it's going to be one of those things where like once you make a decision, like she's never done it where it's like all the like I don't know or something like that. It's like okay, usually we make a decision that's good. It's not like hey, let's go ahead and do this or do that. So yeah, hopefully she'll be okay. I'm glad that she lives with her daughter. So that way she's yeah. It's just that this um at her age, she may end up being put in not a daycare, but like a daycare center for people with dementia or something like that. It's maybe not a whole day center, but like, yeah. Um, anyways, I thought that was sad. I need, even though it's a touchy subject, they need to know so that way they can go ahead and prepare for it. So yeah, but anyways, in regards to the death, you probably saw on my Facebook page, and it's basically where it basically tastes like syrup. It's so sweet. It tastes like syrup. Um, yeah, I didn't expect that because basically I was like, oh, he'll like um sorry, there's so someone suggested lavender marriage. Lavender marriage is basically where you marry each other for the benefits, not because you actually love each other. So, like for example, two men who are completely straight, they date like women, and then the two men they get married to each other because like the military benefits, they get their own house, they get like this or that. It's like Really? Okay. So, yeah. But they can't openly say we're doing this for the benefits. So yeah, and so it's like, hey, I want to marry you because like I like the house. So yeah, I want the house. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. I hope that you have a great day. Yeah, it took a whole hour or so. Susie. I have to, what's the, identify the importance of a place to form a complex thesis. That's the request for this particular place. It's minimum 500 words, so should be interesting. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Hope you have a great day. Let me know if there's anything else you want to talk about, and I should be able to respond tonight. I want to be working on homework over the next few hours, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and message her. It should be interesting. Because nobody wants to hear like, hey, maybe my parent has like dementia, but do they need to hear it? Absolutely. So yeah, I'm gonna message her. I don't know how she'll take it, but like, and I'm not saying she definitely does have dementia. I think she has dementia, but she also needs to be tested for it. So yeah, should be interesting. But yeah, in regards to that thing, in regards to the death, I basically found out because what was it? I was looking online, of course, and I noticed that his daughter actually went ahead and posted online. But then, take that back. His daughter posted online, and then I noticed the mom went ahead and reposted the thing. But I looked and I noticed that basically the only people who could see that particular post was like friends of the daughter and people who are friends of the mom, basically. So friends of friends. And I was like, that, like, there's some people who aren't friends with any of them. And it's like, okay, I need to get the word out, even if people, like, aren't friends with this person. So, yeah, hence why I decided to do it the way I did it. And then I noticed that the fire department was releasing a statement where it's like, hey, so and so passed away. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Hope you have a great day. Let me know if there's anything else you want to talk about, and yeah, I'll be able to respond. Who else needs to know? So give it a week. Everybody will know by Friday or less. That's sad. Bad and good news travel fast, so yeah. Anyways, talk to you later. Let me know if there's anything else you want to talk about. I did notice. Okay, sorry. I can't do with. Okay. I think this is 32 ounces. The cups are 32 ounces. That's right. 32 ounces. All right. So I was bored. I was like, hey, there are 100, how many ounces in a gallon? 128. This is 32. If I drink 4 of these, I basically drink a gallon. So, yeah, it's like big, really, really big. Yay. Okay. Okay, there we go. But yeah, that's how I found out. And then, oh yeah, so I did check and I noticed in regards to your cousin, uh, I thought it was really sweet and thank you if that was from you. Um, it's one of those things where you kind of need to hear. It's like, am I like, because I like, yeah, I do admit, like in a lot of ways, I've been vocal about it too, where it's like, I, yeah, thank you for acknowledging it and just being like, hey, I know it's, um, for letting me know I'm basically not second. And even though I'm like, yeah, and where I am there, and we're, what is it? It's like, um, where I'm not secondary, even though it's like I've always been kind of there in between people and, but just not going second, I guess, where it's like, yeah. So, um, thank you for that. So, yeah. Um, yeah. Um, yeah. Um, or it's like, yeah, I've learned to be loud at times and then also be like, oh my goodness, you know, if someone needs like help or something. Um, so yeah, and yeah, as you know, I don't always feel like I fit in. Um, so it's kind of nice where it's like, no, you don't like, you kind of like fit wherever. So thank you. I would have to say that you're really good at it because, like, I look at you and how you interact with people and seeing how you interact, I'm like, oh my goodness, that was amazing. I wish I had that. And it's taken me years to develop it of like just practicing social skills. And from what I can tell, you're like a lot better at it than I am. So it's sweet. So yeah. Um, Thank you. So yeah. Oh, my shoulder. Yeah, so my shoulder was in pain, and then she did the massage, and like, with like the knots coming out, basically, it's like, oh yeah, your knots are still going to like hurt, basically, like the next day. So hopefully by tomorrow, they'll feel a lot better. So yeah. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. I hope that you have a great night. I'll probably do another video or two, probably just one because I do have homework. Or if I don't do it tonight, then I'll create a video and I'll have it ready for tomorrow. So that way, yeah. I'll talk to you later. Hope you, yeah, let me know if there's anything else you want to talk about, and I will respond as soon as I can. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow whenever I wake up. So it'll be like 7, 8. So yeah. Bye. Love you.